guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my college must-haves and a few little college packing tips that I have. If you have already, like, if I name all these things and you're like, got all of them, that's great. Or if you don't think it applies to you, that's fine too. Either way, I thought I would just share with you guys the things that made my freshman year a little bit easier, or just maybe some things that you didn't think to buy. I tried to stay away from like the really basic things, but maybe some of these things like in your head are super basic. Either way, these are the things that I think made the biggest difference in my freshman year. So the first thing on my list are Command products. So basically the hooks, the poster hangers, just I can't even remember what else they have, but they have like a huge wall of them at Target. And I went crazy before I went to school, and I also got more when I switched dorms halfway through, because I think it's the poster hangers, or no, it's the picture hangers that I use the most of, because I had a bunch of little frames up on my walls, and instead of making holes or like hanging them up with tacks or something, I could just stick them up and they stayed, which was really nice. There were a couple times you do have to clean the wall before you stick them on because they can fall a lot, especially if you have a really dusty room, but I think that they definitely came in handy. I used the hooks on the back of my closet doors to hold my raincoat and my bathrobe, and I pretty much, you can like use the hooks for anything, purses, bags, anything. Next up is something that I didn't think to bring until about halfway through the year, and it was my mom's idea actually that I actually got them, and those are the Downy Unstoppables. You put them in with the detergent and like your fabric softener and everything when you do your laundry, and they are just scent boosters. So basically your clothes don't smell like a college laundry room, because if you've ever been in a college laundry room, or if it's not your first rodeo and you've done this before, it smells kind of weird in there, or at least mine did. Maybe mine was just, you know, gross. But either way, I didn't like the way my clothes smelled when they came out of there, because even though I had like scented dryer sheets and stuff, it didn't do much to mask the smell of laundry room a lot of the time. So I think the Unstoppables really helped. Number 3, we have power strips and extension cords. I was lucky enough to have my own bedroom at college, and so there was an outlet on every wall. But even then, it was kind of difficult sometimes to reach things to the outlet, or I had like 6 or 7 things that needed to be plugged into the same outlet, or not even that many, just like 2 or 3, or 3 or 4 things that needed to be plugged to the same outlet, and it was really helpful just to have a power strip. Extension cord wise, I plugged in things like my makeup mirror, my little lamp by my bed. I think my desk lamp had an extension cord on it. Just like the shorter ones, it only needs to be like 6 or 7 feet, but it makes a difference, especially if you're going to be living with a roommate in your room. You may not have the best setup to be right next to an outlet when you need one, so it comes in handy. I even hooked up my phone charger to an extension cord. Number 4 is a planner of some sort. I think everybody should have a planner. I have a Kate Spade one. I use this all throughout my freshman year, and it will last me my first semester of my sophomore year. And then I think I'm gonna get an Erin Condren one, because that's what you do on YouTube. You become obsessed with Erin Condren planners, apparently, because I am obsessed with Erin Condren planners. But I thought I'd get my money's worth out of this one first. It's really simple. It's just a little, well, this is my May 2015 one. And it just starts off with a monthly thing, and then you have a day-to-day, and I didn't really have much because this was the end of the semester, so it was kind of just like reading and reading days and papers that are due and stuff. But yeah, I think it really helps to stay organized. I have binder clips on mine to help space them out so that I don't have to like find the right page. And I think it's just the best way to stay organized. Number 5 is storage bins, and I'm talking about the little like cloth bins from Target that you can get. I had, I think, 4 in my closet. At school they were the bigger ones, and then I also got one of their little cube bin shelving sets, and had smaller cloth bins that I had just put things in. They all had like, I think I had like hair stuff and like straighteners and just random things, and that really came in handy. I think it really helps also to just have one bin where you just have a bunch of extra stuff, because I think you run out of things randomly at college. Like, I just kind of would run out of shampoo, or just like not think about it and run out of soap, or run out of just random things, and I always just had this bin that had a bunch of extra stuff, and that's what one of the bins in my college, or one of the bins in my closet held. But I also had like shoes and shorts, and just it really helps to maximize the space you're given. So even if you don't have your own room like I did, you can just put them wherever you have a shelf, and it really helps just to have places to put everything and to organize all of your items. Number 6 is a little electric fan. This came in handy my first semester of college, especially because I had different roommates. They like to keep it like above 80 all the time, and I would come back to the dorm and just die of heat exhaustion. I go to school in North Carolina, so it's hot already, so to have it over 80 in August and September is just ridiculous. It was so bad, and especially sleeping at night, the fan came in totally handy. I just loved it. Beyond that, I also really liked it for when I had stuff that needed to hang dry. So instead of opening my window and keeping my window open and going to class, which I lived on the first floor a lot of the time, which is not safe to do, so don't leave your windows open, like if you live on the first floor. Or I was really scared because I had a yellow jacket fly into my room one day, and that wasn't fun either. So instead of leaving my door or my window open and letting my clothes dry like that, I would hook up the fan in front of them, and it helped them dry a lot faster. Another thing is rain gear. I never owned a raincoat. Well, I guess I did when I was younger, but I didn't own a raincoat before I went to college. Mostly because, you know, when high school, all I really did was walk from my car to the school, and it was like max maybe 30 steps. It wasn't much, and I had like umbrellas and stuff, but like as far as a raincoat went, I didn't really have one. So I bought one for school. I got a North Face, like a thin one, and it works. It works well. You definitely need it when you're walking around campus and it's raining. Rain boots help, because I didn't have those for a while. I just kind of wore old Toms and random old shoes that I didn't care if they got messed up, but my feet got wet and it sucked. So rain boots help, umbrella, raincoat. Going along with the planner, one thing I really liked that I had was a whiteboard calendar. I will like either link one down below or show a picture of the one I have. It really helped me visualize what was going on. Any kind of calendar that you can put on your wall helps a lot. I have the planner, which is really nice for day-to-day stuff, like lists and things that I need to do and assignment due dates and stuff, but it's really helpful just to be able to glance up and be like, okay, so the sorority meeting is that day, and I can have lunch with so-and-so at that time on this day, and just to like, even to just wake up and know what's going on that day, or like what's due in 3 days that you really need to get done. It's a good motivator, because like you look up and it's like, I have 3 days to do that paper. I feel like in the planner, even though it does help you stay organized and alert of due dates and stuff, having it right there where you can't really ignore it is a good motivator. Another item I would recommend is a Brita filter. I had one. I didn't like the way our water tasted even through the Brita, so I do end up buying water bottles a lot of the time, but it comes in handy with everything. Even just like making mac and cheese and just using water on a day-to-day basis, the Brita filter really helps. If you can stand the taste of your campus water, that cuts down on money and trash, because you will accumulate a lot of trash in college, is what I figured out, and you will not accumulate a lot of money. Next up, we're going to talk about closet organization. I've already talked about the storage bins, which helps not only in your closet but all over your room. But in your closet, you will have limited space, obviously. I had my own room and my own closet, and it was like a normal, like, sized closet, and I still was running out of space a lot of the time. But especially if you have a smaller closet, it's important that you maximize the space that you are given. So the first thing I would say would be those thin felt hangers. You can bring more to school and hang more up, which just, it helps. It helps, because it's hard to choose what you're going to bring and what you're not going to bring. And I think that the hangers maximize your space, especially the ones with the little hooks on the front, that you can just like stack them on top of each other, because you can bring more and you can buy more, and it's just, better and easier. Beyond that, I got stackable shelves that I put shoes on. You can really put anything on them. You can put more clothes. I got the most shallower versions of them. That's what I put my shoes on. I just stacked 2 on top of each other and put all my shoes on that. And then anything that didn't fit on there, got a bin up in my closet. See, I love my bins. I'm obsessed with bins. And one of my last must-haves are a sleep mask and headphones, especially if you're sharing a room. I didn't share a room, but I still had a sleep mask because I had a light right outside my room, so it was helpful to block that out. And but if you are sharing a room, there were so many times I would talk to my friends and they'd be like, oh my god, she sleeps with the television on. Oh my god, there's like this light from her computer that shines and I can't sleep with, you know, without pitch darkness and stuff. Or, you know, one of my own roommates had an issue with a light that shone in the hallway. And, you know, a lot of issues can be avoided if you just have a sleep mask that you can wear. If you can't sleep with one, I don't know what to tell you, but it really helps because if you really need pitch blackness, best way to get that is just cover your eyes with something. That's what I did and it really worked. I would say headphones just because, you know, there are roommates that sleep with TVs on. My roommate likes to get up really early in the morning and I would sleep right next to the kitchen. So, well, that's where my room was. I didn't just sleep there. That sounds weird. My room was right next to the kitchen. So she would go in there at like 6 a.m. and, you know, make some noise, like breakfast noises. And, you know, it would wake me up sometimes. So headphones help a lot. If you can get comfortable ones that you can wear while you're sleeping, that's nice. If not, just even sleeping with like a clock radio on or just some like random white noise in the background makes you less aware of noises going on around you. It's like how that works. It's why white noise works. So just for some general packing tips, my first packing tip is to get plastic bins. Like I think I have like 24-gallon bins at Target and those help a lot. I kept 1 or 2 in my closet or around my room just to throw random things in, like things I wanted to take home with me next time or just things I had nowhere else to put. Those helped a lot. But even moving in and out of my dorm, they helped a lot. I didn't keep all of them with me. I think I have around 8 of them that I ended up buying. And my parents kept them in my room at home. See, because I'm not there, it doesn't matter where they keep things. When I was at school and when I needed them, like when I moved dorms or when I just moved out, they brought them to me beforehand. It really helps because especially if you don't have a car, it's hard to get cardboard boxes or it's way more handy to have the plastic bins because they are less likely to break. They're just more compact and it's just, they're pretty cheap at Target and I think they're a good investment because they make packing so much easier. Next thing, when you're deciding what you need to buy for college, go through everything you use in a day from toothpaste to like body wash to shower stuff, hair stuff, everything you use and buy a duplicate. This is because you will come home. Like, it's kind of hard to think about because you're going to college, it's a big deal, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I need at school? You're still gonna need stuff when you come home, and it's a lot easier to just have that duplicate at home and have one for school than it is to like sit there and be like, okay, so I need to bring body wash, shampoo, hairspray, all that stuff home with me from school when you could just have the duplicate. It cuts down on packing during breaks, it cuts down on worrying on like whether you have to bring like, do I need a razor or whatever? Do I need like this? Do I need that at home? It also helps because you're less likely to forget something if you know you use it every day and to just write it down and just be like, okay, so I use my It's a 10 every day, so I should get one for school. Or I use Batiste dry shampoo a lot, I should get one for school. It helps. Just go through what you use in a day, every little thing, like even like shower loofahs, everything. Things that you like just use without thinking, think about it and use and put it on a list and buy it. One of my last tips is to plan for breaks. So I ended up bringing basically all my clothes to school because I had the room, because I had, you know, I had a dresser, I had a closet, I had all that storage space in my own room that I could bring all my clothes at once. But it's helpful and it's a space saver that even I ended up using because it was just way too much. I didn't need all the stuff that I brought. Plan for breaks. So, you know, if you know, like I live in I go to school in North Carolina, so I'm not gonna wear a sweater until late October because it doesn't get cold until late October. So I can wait till fall break to get, well, I have an October break. A lot of people don't. So plan for when your break is. Personalize this to work for you. Look when your break is. Think about, well, do I need all my fall clothes right away? Or, you know, will I only be wearing summer clothes until I have this break? Plan for the climate, plan for breaks, when your break is going to be and what you're going to need to that break. Because when you get home, you can bring those sweaters, you can bring back all your shorts and your tank tops and stuff you won't be wearing in the winter and get your sweaters and your jeans for, you know, the upcoming fall and winter months whenever, you know, whatever the climate is like where you're going to school. It saves a lot of space. It just will save a lot of space. You're not bringing everything all at once because you don't need everything all at once, honestly. That also works for nail polish colors, perfume, anything that changes with the seasons. You don't have to bring everything that you own or everything that you can foresee wanting quite yet until you know. Anything that's seasonal, wait till the season to bring and plan for when those breaks are going to be. So that's pretty much all of my packing tips. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for what a college freshman, college sophomore, any college person needs to bring, please leave them down. Everybody's situation is going to be different and everybody's needs are different than somebody else's. So please let me know if you have any suggestions because maybe I haven't thought of something. Yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!